Dave Chappelle. David Khari Webber Chappelle, born August 24, 1973, is an American stand-up comedian, an actor known for his incisive comedy and cultural impact. He co-created and starred in Comedy Central's satirical sketch series Chappelle's Show, 2003 to 2006, which became a cultural phenomenon. Chappelle unexpectedly quit the show during its third season, walking away from a reported $50 million contract. After several years away from television, he resumed touring as a stand-up comedian in 2013 and later released a string of highly acclaimed Netflix specials. Early life and education. Dave Chappelle was born in Washington, D.C. on August 24, 1973. His father, William David Chappelle III, was a professor of music and dean of students at Antioch College in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and his mother, Yvonne Chappelle Cian, worked for Congo's Patrice Lumumba and later became a college administrator and Unitarian Universalist minister. Chappelle's parents divorced when he was 6, and he spent his childhood between suburban Maryland with his mother and Ohio with his father. He has 2 older siblings, a sister, Felicia, and a brother, William S. Chappelle. Chappelle grew up in the Washington suburbs and attended Woodland Elementary School and Eastern High School in D.C. He later transferred to Duke Ellington School of the Arts for high school, where he studied theater and graduated in 1991. Even as a teenager, he was involved in performance. For example, he worked as an usher at Ford's Theater and was inspired by comic greats like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. Career. After high school, Chappelle moved to New York City to pursue stand-up comedy full-time. He regularly performed at Manhattan clubs and made early TV appearances. For instance, he was featured on ABC's America's Funniest People in 1990. Notably, as a teenager, he performed at Harlem's Apollo Theater. During one amateur night, he was briefly booed offstage, an experience he later said gave him the resolve to continue improving his. In 1992, Chappelle earned national attention on HBO's Def Comedy Jam, which helped launch his career. That year, he also opened for soul legend Aretha Franklin, further raising his profile. Chappelle's film debut came in 1993 with Mel Brooks' Robin Hood, Men in Tights. In the remainder of the 1990s, he appeared in a string of studio comedies. He had roles in The Nutty Professor, 1996, Con Air, 1997, You Got Mail, 1998, and Blue Streak, 1999, among others. He also co-wrote and starred in the 1998 stoner comedy Half-Baked, his first starring film. In 1996, Chappelle starred in an ABC sitcom called Buddies, but the show was canceled after only a few episodes. Chappelle's major breakthrough came in 2003 with Chappelle's Show. He co-produced and hosted the sketch series, which offered sharp satire of race, politics, and pop culture. The series was a runaway hit. For example, Esquire magazine dubbed Chappelle the comic genius of America, and Rolling Stone ranked him among the all-time greatest stand-up comedians. However, midway through the third season in 2005, Chappelle abruptly left the show. He later explained that he had become burned out and uncomfortable with the direction of the series, noting that he needed time to reflect and mourn personal losses. Following his departure from Chappelle's Show, Chappelle largely disappeared from the public eye. He made a few surprise stand-up appearances, for example, a marathon 6-hour set at the Laugh Factory in 2007, but otherwise lived privately on his Ohio farm. In 2013, he resumed full-time touring as a stand-up comedian. In 2016, he signed a highly lucrative deal with Netflix. Under this agreement, he released a series of acclaimed comedy specials, The Age of Spin, Deep in the Heart of Texas, Equanimity, Sticks and Stones, The Closer, etc. These specials solidified Chappelle's reputation and earned him numerous accolades. He won 6 Grammy Awards for Best Comedy Album and received the prestigious Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 2019. He also earned 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for hosting Saturday Night Live in 2016 and 2020. Chappelle has even taken his stand-up to Broadway. In 2019, he headlined a one-man show at New York's L'Enfant Theater, performing material tied to his Mark Twain Prize tour. In recent years, he has continued to tour extensively and make occasional television specials. Chappelle remains one of the most influential stand-up comedians of his generation, celebrated for blending humor with provocative social commentary. Personal life and family. Chappelle married Elaine Mendoza Earth in 2001. Elaine is a Filipino-American former actress whom he met while she was working in New York media. The couple have 3 children, 2 sons, Suleiman and Ibrahim, and a daughter, Sanaa. In 2006, the family left Los Angeles and moved to secluded 65-acre, 26-hectare farm near Yellow Springs, Ohio. Chappelle has explained that he chose his rural property so his children could grow up away from the public eye. He describes the farm as a nature reserve with no paparazzi. Chappelle converted to Islam as a teenager, around age 17, and remained a practicing Muslim. However, he prefers to keep his faith private, stating that he wants people to focus on the religion's teachings rather than on his personal life. Outside of comedy, Chappelle enjoys motorcycles and collecting cars. Press reports indicate he drives vehicles like a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS, a Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG, and a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Financially, Chappelle has been extremely successful. Media outlets estimate his net worth around $100 million as of 2025, largely thanks to his stand-up tours and Netflix specials. Despite this fortune, he and Elaine live relatively modestly. For example, reports describe their Ohio home as a simple wood and stone farmhouse. Chappelle has also invested in the Yellow Springs community. Local news notes that he purchased several properties, including the old fire station, to help preserve the town's character. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel.